Hello everyone, welcome back to our new episode of Phillip Trading Podcast. My name is Liao and today we have William with us. He's a senior dealer and product specialist in Phillip Futures. His main area of expertise is in technical analysis and frequently shares his view to clients. If you want to find out his previous webinars on various topics from crude palm oil to Malaysia and even to the US markets, feel free to check out our YouTube channel and you'll find all his previous podcasts and webinars. Okay, so yeah, how are you doing, William?
Yeah, very good. Thank you, Liao. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine too. Thank you. Yeah, so today in our podcast, we will discuss will KLCI, the Kuala Lumpur Composite Index, follow the Wall Street adage of sell in May and go away. So historically, indexes market on average underperformed from May to October. So with KLCI, the Kuala Lumpur Composite Index, trading at the psychological level of 1,600 points, should investors follow the Wall Street to go on and short the FKLI index? So without further ado, let's have William to share his view with us. So first question to William. Why does the market on average underperform from May to October? Is it applicable to the Malaysian market as well?
I think in my own opinion, this sell in May and go away, I think is the seasonality of the investors. So if you look at the heat map, if you know the heat map, like if you see from Bloomberg and stuff, usually you can see how does the indexes perform from the first until the last day of the month. So if you look at that heat map for the past 10 years, right, on US indexes or Malaysia indexes, May to October are traditionally a weaker month. Okay, they are traditionally weaker from May to October compared to October to December. So October to December, usually the closing is always green, but from May to October, it's always red most of the time. So I think probably this is one of the reasons that there's this saying that sell in May and go away. Okay, so back to your second question, is it applicable to Malaysia market? I think yes, it does apply to KLCI index as well, because if you look at the past, just the index or just the equities Malaysia stocks market in general, usually market is usually weaker or more flat from May onwards until October. So it's actually very good time for traders to monitor to buy something cheap or to monitor something that they want to buy within this period.
Okay, thank you, William. So yeah, so seems like it's also the sell in May and go away also apply in the Malaysian market. Okay, so second question, can you briefly explain the performance of our Kuala Lumpur index, the FKLI, for the past 1 year as compared to the US markets?
Okay, so probably I think I will just explain the performance of FKLI for 2022 instead of 1 year. Okay, because I think 2022 is more relevant to us. So if you look at FKLI, right, the performance has been relatively strong in 2022 as compared to the US market. So FKLI was trading at, if you compare to the 1st of January 2022, right, until today, okay, the FKLI is actually trading at the break-even point. Okay, there is no loss and no gain as opposed to US market. So US indexes, basically they have corrected like almost close to 20% since 1st of January 2022 until today. Okay, Malaysia flat, US down 20%. So this is mainly due to the valuation of the stocks in each indexes because the component stocks in US and Malaysia are totally different. So the components in our KLCI are very heavy on the commodities and finance sectors, okay, which is, to me, is they actually benefit from the current macro environment, okay, which is the interest rate hike era and also the inflation era. So basically, interest rate hike and inflation is bullish for our KLCI index. And on the other hand, the component stocks in US market, right, US indexes are very heavy on technology, and they have like Nasdaq, they have very high valuation, and at the current macroeconomic, the high interest rate era and high inflation are actually not very performing for technology stocks. It's just the cycle. Yeah, which is why I think our KLCI index has been relatively performing this year.
Okay, wow, good to hear. So seems like our local market is, performing relatively well during this period as compared to the US market. Okay, so next question. What's the macro trend for FKLI for the second half of this year?
Okay, so this is more like the outlook of the second half of 2022. So like I mentioned in the previous question, FKLI is very heavy on commodities and finance related stocks. Hence, I am personally quite bullish on FKLI for the second half of the year. I think any major correction is opportunity to long the FKLI as long as it is close to the support. And at this moment, the very, very strong support level is at 1450 to 1005. So pay very close attention to this level because at current price, it's not far away from 1,500 points level. Okay, it's not very far, and that is a very strong support. So if you zoom out further, right, and turn KLCI index into a weekly chart or a monthly chart, you will realize that KLCI index has actually been consolidating very well for 2 years. Okay, that's like 24 months of consolidation already. So in my opinion, it is possible for KLCI to go up to 1007. Okay, as long as they can break through 1006 and turn that level into a support, it's very possible to go up to 1007. And me personally, I'm very biased towards the upside of KLCI because of the components inside. I think we are benefiting from the current macro environment. And should KLCI retrace down to the level I mentioned, 1450 to 1005, I think that is very good level to long because you have a very small risk for a very big reward. Because once this thing go up and break 1006, we are talking about 1007. Yeah, and your downside, if you enter between 1450 to 1005, I think it's just that tiny bit of 50 point max, I think. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So for traders or investors who would like to enter the FKLI, yeah, take note of the support level mentioned by William. Okay, so last questions. Should investors trade FKLI according to the US indexes market movement?
Okay, so first of all, I can't deny that US indexes market performance does impact the FKLI indexes performance, okay, due to the sentiment. So it does impact. However, buying or selling the KLCI index based on US indexes performance, to me, is not a very wise decision. It's not a wise move. Okay, there are many times that KLCI do not react accordingly to the US indexes movement. Okay, there are so many times that US market is not performing, but our Malaysia index can still go up, or vice versa. US market shoot up, but our Malaysia market is not performing. There are so many times in the past if you look at them all the time. Okay, so in conclusion, I think investors is more recommended to trade FKLI based on its own chart instead of looking at US indexes. US indexes is just a sentiment. It's not a decision to buy or sell.
Okay, yes, thank you, William. Yeah, so yeah, wonderful sharing from you. I hope everyone has a better picture on FKLI market before entering and trading. Okay, yeah, so for those who wish to get yourself up to date on the discussion on the market, remember to like and share this video, and also don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. So the more support we get from you, the more motivated we are to produce more quality videos for you guys. Okay, and also periodically, Phillip Futures will have many ongoing promotions. So if you wish to speak to one of our representatives, feel free to drop us a message and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Yeah, so since we've got lots of holidays in May in Malaysia, so why not take this opportunity to study the market and start your trading journey with Phillip Futures? And yeah, as we offer a wide range of futures products for you to trade, not only limited to the Malaysia futures such as the FKLI and FCPO, you can also trade the gold, crude oil, natural gas, and also the indexes market in US, Europe, China, Japan, and so on. Okay, yeah. So that's all. We have come to an end to our podcast today. Once again, thank you, William, for the wonderful sharing today. Happy trading, everyone. See you guys next round. Goodbye.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Liao. See you guys next round. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.